The senior's college career has been anything but smooth. In fact, as his name might suggest, it's been a bit rocky. Everyone has their experts, a bear, a manatee. Jimmy Fallon has his puppies. Well, we couldn't be outdone, so we found our own Super Bowl psychic. There's so much going on this weekend, but the best thing about it, with the storms and everything, it's indoors, because that football season towards the end was not very fun out there. You'll be seeing lots of me in my playoff beard this week. The no-shave look is in honor of two postseason runs, the Sharks and the Warriors. You guys had a big loss kind of on Monday against Arcata, Big Five opponent. What'd you guys do to wash that away and just get ready for this big rivalry game? I have to say happy Mother's Day to my mom, just like any son or daughter out there. I think you're the best. And Mom, I'm sorry, I didn't win the Powerball. Well, it's shake and bake time, as the great Ricky Bobby would say. NASCAR is back with the great American race, the Daytona 500. Athletes take the tests early on to test their cognitive functions, the reflex abilities, the reaction times as a baseline. Then if they are hit and there's an injury in question, they take it again. The Humboldt State football player arrested for sexual assault has been dismissed from the team. 25-year-old Raul Sierra was arrested on Thursday for an alleged sexual assault that occurred last November in a campus residence hall. We've all heard the cliche, blood, sweat, and tears, and frankly, it's overplayed. But what about a whole gym in tears? Now that's rare, and it happened just a short time ago. It was a moment that clearly showed the undeniable special power of sports. Every once in a while, an athlete comes along that transcends winning or losing. Majesta Hibbert is that special of a person. When you see her, you might think she has a disability. But the sophomore wrestler doesn't see it that way.
I'm not fragile and really disabled, that I am strong and I am a competitor.
What stands out about Majesta is her lack of acceptance that her disability is going to hold her back.
She's not going to let it change her life. She knows that no matter what, she's going to do whatever it can. She's not going to let it stop her.
Majesta doesn't have full functionality of her arms. She never has. That's not stopping her from trying a new sport that arms are a vital asset.
When I found out how important they were, I decided that I didn't care because I've never let that stop me before. Why should I let it stop at this?
She doesn't want anybody to give her the easy way out, and just, she's just determined to go be successful at something that most everybody would say, hey, she doesn't have a chance to be successful at.
All of her hard work paid off. Her final match of the season was one to remember. She got her first ever pin.
The gym erupted. I was like, man, something really crazy has happened.
I won, and we won, and I wasn't expecting everyone to hug me after that, like that, and people cried.
I was crying, and it was just the most inspirational thing I think anybody in that whole gym could have seen that day. That was just so powerful.
They were just lit up like light bulbs, and it was just the highlight not only of that day, but maybe of a lot of them for their whole season.
Inspiring is an easy word to describe Majesta, but there are other characteristics that are just as defining.
Determined.
Amazing.
The joy of winning. That smile.
Majesta likes the word diff-abled.
Disabled means I can do anything just in my own way. And that goes for the smallest things and the biggest things, from brushing my teeth to wrestling.
I couldn't have said it any better. For News Channel 3 Sports, I'm Alan Hoshida. Good evening and welcome into our Mother's Day edition of Sports. I'm Alan Hoshida. I have my pink on in honor of the holiday, and so did all the players in the majors today. Mother's Day is also Breast Cancer Awareness Day across the league, so every team dons special pink accent unis and equipment. There's a special pregame ceremony with the moms at Camden Yard before the A's and O's went at it. Top of the first, Josh Reddick. He stays hot, flips it to left. That's going to be an RBI single. In comes Burns. It's 1-0 A's. They go up 3-0. So that was good for them. But then it was Manny Machado time, and that's a dinger. His 8th of the year. A's are up 1, O's are down 1. But Machado was not done. Bases loaded. Yahtzee. That counts for 4. 6 RBI on the day for him. Baltimore wins 11-3. The Giants game wasn't much better. Rubber match versus the Rockies. Here's the only good thing. A fan makes an outstanding backhand grab with a beer in hand. I give him a round of applause. The actual baseball action, not good for the Giants. That's a giant killer. Nolan Arenado off the wall. That's a triple. In comes a run. 1-0 Colorado. That's all they need this game. Bottom 9, Brandon Crawford rolls one over to short. Taylor made double play. End of game. G-Men lose 2-0. Back here for an HSU softball update. The Lady Jacks ran the table in the West 1 Regionals, so they'll be hosting the Super Regionals come Wednesday. But we knew that. What we didn't know was the opponent. The other West Regions championship was today. It was either going to be Azusa Pacific or Central Washington coming up here, and now we know it's going to be Central Washington. Game 1 of the Super Regionals will be at 3 p.m. in 3 days. Just over a month ago, the Green and Gold beat the Wildcats 8-0, so they have to like this matchup, and it's at home.
It's just about being comfortable and not having to travel, being in a bus or being in a plane, wherever we are, going and, getting to sleep in their own beds. They still have classes to go to. They've got finals, not having to take them on the road, being comfortable. And then to be at home, in front of our home fans, our community, family members, on our own field, on our own turf.
Just playing in front of the people we know this field like the back of our hand, and just knowing that our fans are here and everybody's got our back up here. We love playing in front of our fans and our friends and our family and everything. It's so great being home.
More playoffs for the Jacks. CC2A track and field finals were yesterday. Some notable Lumberjack winners. Keontae Jix won the men's 200-meter and 400-meter event. Ariel Oliver won the shot put. Both those two won the CC2A Newcomer of the Year. The Jacks swept those awards. Marissa McKay, the Eureka High product, won the triple jump. Elizabeth DeJedes won the women's 400-meter and 400-meter hurdles. The women overall came in 5th, and the men overall came in 6th. PGA Tour action, the Wells Fargo Championship. Here are the contenders. Rory McIlroy on 14 for Eagle. It just slips by, but it's easy bird. He finished tied for 4th with this man, Ricky Fowler. He was leading, but had an up and down day. He does get the par here on 15. He was at 7 under in 4th with Rory. The guy they were chasing, James Hahn, the Cal product and Bay Area native from 75 feet away. This was for the lead, an eagle, and it counts. It goes in. He takes the lead. Then, on the first playoff hole, he sinks this one for the win. He had missed his 8 previous cuts, just unreal magic there for James Hahn. Here's the leaderboard as it shook out. James Hahn won, but he beat Roberto Castro in that playoff. Justin Rose was alone in 3rd. Fowler, McIlroy all tied in 4th with Phil Mickelson. All right, let's get to what everyone is waiting for, Hoshida's Heroes. This week, all 5 heroes come from the Diamond. Fittingly, on this Mother's Day, we honor mostly ladies. The Lady Jacks had plenty of worthy candidates after their week, and the Huskies just keep making this list. But I said mostly ladies, so let's start with the lone male. His name, Joe Panik, the Giants' second baseman, made an unreal play yesterday. It's a hook shot to second. He's called safe, but can you actually call anybody out safe with that kind of effort? No. The imagination is off the chart. Number 4, Brianna Bajarin. The Jacks' first baseman turned catcher because of an injury, had an outstanding regionals. She went 5 for 9, 3 RBIs, a double, and a home run, and that is it right there. She told me after that game, she knew it right off the crack of the bat. Well, it landed like 20 feet behind me, right over my head. She's red hot. Number 3, Haley Dolcini. She make it back onto this list after a week off. She could be on it every week, but, got to give her a break. 5-0 last week, 49 strikeouts in 28 innings of work, just 4 earned runs. And yesterday, she had this little thing called a no-hitter versus Arcata in Game 2. She already has over 200 strikeouts this season. Number 2, from one power pitcher to another, Maddie Williams, the Jacks ace 1 or ace 2, however you want to put it. She was great. 2 complete games, 15 strikeouts, an earned run. She had the first and last win of the regionals. Coach Sarchett shook it up for us. On the season, she's 23-2 with a 1.24 ERA. And number 1, there was nowhere else you could go. Jenna Christensen put up video game numbers, and I haven't said that since football. She went 11 for 15, 15 RBI, 2 double, a triple, and she's on a 3-game home run streak. Wednesday versus Arcata, she went 4 for 4 with 7 RBIs and a grand slam. She has a team-high 27 RBI, and if that's not number 1 hero worthy, I don't know what is. Honorable mentions this week, well, that's easy. I'm giving it to all the moms out there that get their athletes to their games, practices, and support them through it all. You are the real heroes. And I have to say happy Mother's Day to my mom, just like any son or daughter out there. I think you're the best. And Mom, I'm sorry I didn't win the Powerball, but we will find out who did right after this.